In the rolling, rugged plains of Texas, a young family sets out to build a sustainable off-grid home using the materials underneath their feet.
So that's the epitome of sustainability right there.
Ryan and Melissa Runge bought 30-plus acres of ranch land in rural southeast Texas. He's ready to graduate from building barns to affordably building the family's forever home out of earth blocks.
We're gonna take the dirt right out of the ground and build a house out of it.
We're doing all this ourselves.
When these eager first-time home builders face the brutal Texas backcountry,
The truck was stuck in the mud. We gotta dig it out by hand.
their off-grid dreams will be put to the test.
We're getting a lot of rain, but we gotta get dried in. We're just in a race against time like always.
Oxford, stop.
No.
We're finding we're pretty exhausted.
I've got a tank that I gotta get it back into place. We've just lost the whole day.
Are you ready to go off the grid?
You wanna catch a catfish?
Yeah.
Let's do it. 2, 3. Oh, that was good. When you see the bobber go under the water, you reel it in. I think Melissa and I are both kind of country people at heart. Both of us really kind of grew up in the suburbs, but we've had a lifelong dream to have a little space to spread out and have some cattle and have free-range chickens and free-range kids.
Well, I got a fish.
You got a leaf fish.
Ryan and Melissa are building on the outskirts of San Antonio, Texas. There, they've purchased 37 acres of ranch land and will put the house in a clearing next to a pond.
We moved here to San Antonio about 2 years ago, but we've been thinking for 2 years we really needed to build a house and use the environment that we have around us and the land that we're living on, and what better way to do it than just off the grid.
You're gonna eat the bread? Hey!
We have 2 boys that are both super energetic. They love taking care of the animals and feeding the cows and the goat.
Which one's your favorite chicken?
What that?
That one?
Yeah.
Living off the grid, I think it's a great way to raise our little ones. There's plenty of room to roam. It's safe, it's healthy.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you can see like the shadow of the tree right now.
Yep. There's a gigantic, must be 150-year-old oak tree where we said, oh man, we got to build a house out here.
So we're gonna lay out the house and kind of get a feel of where we want it in relation to the tree. There isn't any sort of electricity out there or water source out there, so we're gonna build it ourselves.
Okay, all right, that's it. Last year I purchased this compressed earth block business. We make machines that turn simple dirt into building blocks. We've built a couple buildings so far, and this is our first true house that we're gonna build. That's 56.
That's perfect.
We're super excited to live off the grid. I mean, this is gonna be a great challenge, but it's all coming to fruition now.
That's gonna be an awesome view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Using compressed earth blocks, Ryan and Melissa are building a 56 by 16-foot modern ranch home with 1,000 square feet of living space. They'll install geothermal air conditioning, a rainwater catchment system, and solar panels for power. They've given themselves just 4 months to build with a budget of only $50,000.
We're looking forward to the economical way of living, no more high power bills, and compressed earth blocks in our eyes are the best way to go about that. They're gonna be super energy efficient.
Compressed earth blocks are made from moist dirt compressed under high pressure to form rock-solid blocks.
The great thing about these compressed earth blocks is it's like Legos. You just take the blocks and you stack them up until it's in the shape of a house. It's good for the environment, it's cheap.
We want to make sure we keep the cost low. We also want to be efficient.
So we're gonna take the dirt right out of the ground right here and turn it into bricks and build a house out of it.
Before they can build the house, they must first clear the land and start digging their foundation.
So we're gonna do a rubble trench foundation.
The foundation for the house will be just around the outside edge of the home.
It's great for the environment because you just use gravel instead of concrete. And it's really stronger than any concrete foundation than you can imagine.
With the land cleared, they'll dig the rubble trench and fill it with 20 tons of gravel. They'll use the leftover dirt mixed with a bit of cement to form the earth block walls. Then they'll add reclaimed doors and windows to keep the cost down and add rustic character. They'll also add a geothermal heating and cooling system. And after they finish the interior, they'll add a rainwater catchment system to take advantage of the heavy Texas rains and solar panels for off-grid power.
There's gonna be the obvious challenges of the rough terrain. This is South Texas. 32 degrees one week, 90 degrees the next week. We're hoping it doesn't rain too much while we're putting up the earth blocks because they're a bit vulnerable during that phase. So we will be in a rush to get to that phase where we can get the roof up. So today we have my friend Robert helping with the backhoe. Robert's a jack of all trades kind of guy. He's a really smart guy. He can fix any machine. We're really grateful to have him around. Is that it? We got 165 feet worth of trench dug. There's still a lot of work to do on the rubble trench. Robert, my equipment operator, couldn't make it in today, so I'm gonna have to drive the backhoe today. Finish the last little parts of the rubble trench. I know about enough about the backhoe to be dangerous. Well, that was interesting.
With the rubble trench foundation dug, all they need now is the gravel.
All right, gravel's here. Yeah, it's bumpy in there. Luckily, it's been dry for 2 weeks. Yeah, he's a trooper. Yeah, he's making the road for us. Oh, man, what happened? Got stuck. Yeah, it's wet here. We don't know why. Truck's stuck. We have no idea what happened. There's like a freak sinkhole or something.
We try to dig it out with a backhoe. Okay.
The truck's about 4 feet in the ground. That up to the axle, can't move.
Nope, it's not gonna do it. We're gonna have to dig, hand dig it out.
All right.
Okay, boy, we're burning daylight.
We've finally resorted to shoveling out the load. There's 20 tons of gravel in there, so we got to dig it out by hand. Gee. One down, 19 to go. We've pretty much just lost the whole day on this thing.
On the rolling ranch land of San Antonio, Texas, construction on Melissa and Ryan's earth block home has come to a screeching halt. A semi-truck hauling gravel for the rubble trench foundation is stuck in the mud.
We're just gonna have to dig out the 50,000 pounds of material by hand. One down, 19 to go. Picked back up this morning with more digging gravel. I guess we did about 20,000 pounds yesterday. Gee. Oh! Oh my God. Jeez. All right, get her done. Back in business.
With the semi finally free, they dump the rest of the gravel and get back to work on the rubble trench foundation.
All right, we're putting in our geothermal system now. It's gonna be 165 feet of pipe running about 3 feet underground.
Warm air from the house will blow through the pipe, and the ground temperature will cool it to 67 degrees before blowing it back into the home.
The people who have done this before swear by it. They say it cools their house all summer and it warms their house all winter. We finished our 165 feet of geothermal trench. Last few little scoops. I put this geotextile in there. And then from there, it's just dumping in gravel. All right, we got the gravel in it. We've got it all packed in. Hopefully we'll be laying compressed earth blocks here in the next couple days.
With the foundation and geothermal in place, it's time to start making and laying blocks.
Getting to the fun part now. This earth is looking real good. There's a lot of clay in it. That's what's gonna act as the binder. Yeah, looking good. Bubba, we're making blocks. What do you think?
CEBs are a block that's made out of earth, and you put that earth, that dirt, into this machine. It compresses it down to about half of its volume.
That's really cool.
And the natural clay that's already in the dirt holds it together, and it's a building block.
So that's the epitome of sustainability right there. All in all, this is going to be about 8,000 compressed earth blocks. We've got a machine that makes 300 per hour. That's going to take about 3 weeks to make that many blocks.
After making a large supply of compressed earth blocks, Ryan and Melissa get started on laying their first course.
All right, today's an exciting day because we've laid our first compressed earth block. The thing about the compressed earth blocks is they're actually really easy. You really can't mess it up. Pretty much anyone can learn how to do it within just a couple hours. So we're getting by with just our amateur labor force.
We're putting about a can full of slurry down, trying to level it out as much as we can, and then we'll put the block down and we'll just make sure that it's level in both directions.
To make what we call our slurry, we have to sift the soil to get all the rocks out of it because it is going in between the blocks, so it's got to be pretty fine. Luckily, we've got several hands on deck today helping us with that.
We're glad you're out here helping us out, Pa.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have my grandpa out here today. He's 88 years old and one of the hardest working people I know, and he is just ready to put in a full day's effort.
Grandma would be happy with us.
She'd be very proud.
We've got 1,000 down and we have about 7,000 to go, so hopefully we just have a smooth day of just making slurry and laying blocks down.
You got lots of blocks for me?
Yeah, about 160. On the surface, we're just laying blocks, but behind the scenes, we're sifting soil, we're fetching water from the pond. That's
You didn't tell me I was putting in the one with the hole.
another trip back to the pond. It's a lot of manual labor. We're out here without electricity or running water, so we're just doing it the good old-fashioned way with a wheelbarrow and a shovel. So it's definitely hard work, but it's worth it.
Taking a break from the blocks, Ryan and Melissa head to their family's land in search of old windows.
All right, we're at Uncle Dick's ranch. Uncle Dick, he's about 80 years old, and he's been collecting stuff for, I guess, 60, 70 years.
Those old cars.
Yeah. So this is it over here. This one's cool. It's got chicken wire in it. What do you think, baby?
It's nice.
Yeah. These are gonna be cool once they're cleaned up and the glass put back in them.
There's so much life left in them, and the fact that we can just sort of clean them up and reuse them. I mean, that's the whole purpose of reusing and recycling.
And they're free, so there's always that. You actually save a little bit of money. You gotta put a little more elbow grease into it. Picking glass out, using chisels, using brushes, and then giving them a nice new paint job. They don't make them like this anymore. Nope.
No, it's really great to see the house coming along and the walls going up. We're out here working pretty hard. We're doing all this ourselves, so we're finding we're pretty exhausted at night.
It is wintertime, we're getting a lot of rain. Once we get those blocks up and we get the roof on, they'll be safe from any of the weather elements. We're in a rush right now because the roofing crew's coming at the end of the week. We can't postpone it. This is the only time they can do it. If we don't get it done this week, there's no telling when we can get this roof on, and we got to get this house dried in. It's a little bit after midnight. It's 35 degrees. I'm out here laying blocks by myself. I got to go about 500 more blocks. It's supposed to rain tonight. I'm gonna get as much done now as I can, and hopefully we're not washed out for tomorrow. We gotta get this done before the roofing crew gets here.
Predicted rainstorms missed Ryan Runge's earth block build as he stayed up well past midnight to lay the last few layers to prepare for the roofing crew.
All right, final stretch, 6,000 blocks down. Wasn't quite able to finish last night. I looked up and it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I was still laying blocks.
Once we get that up, then we can get going on the roof.
Yeah, there's still about 500 blocks to lay. The crew's gonna be here today to put the roof on. And I'm starting to get nervous on whether I can get this thing done. So our life right now is just laying blocks, just trying to get up to the roof line as fast as we can.
When you start to get to the point where you're having to lift blocks up over waist level or certainly up above your head, then it's a lot more challenging. I don't think there's any way I can lift this up there.
Oh, yeah, pass it through down here. Once you get above about 5 feet, it starts to get a lot of hoisting involved. I'm pretty exhausted. Last block before we can put the roof on.
How many blocks?
About 6,300. Bang on.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Shoot, yeah, man.
Yay! Let's do it. Let's get the roof going.
Yeah.
With the final block in place for the load-bearing walls, the roofing crew arrives and gets started installing joists.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I can really just start framing the roof. Okay, oh, okay, listo. So we got our friend Santos Ramos here to lay the roof. Yeah, roof's going up. This is awesome. Yeah.
A lot of action, a lot of people here, making a lot of progress today.
What do you think?
Levy, it looks like a house.
Yeah.
Man, it feels bigger in here.
It's funny, yeah.
All of the rafters got up on the house really quickly. When you walk in to the inside, you realize that it feels like a home. Are you actually coming home
I'm
tonight?
gonna actually come home tonight.
In the light, yeah.
I'm gonna come home in the light
Let's
tonight.
go and see the kids and relax.
Yeah.
In search of doors and other items, Ryan and Melissa head to a reclaimed building materials store in San Antonio.
They really specialize in reclaimed items. Need to get some doors, and then we also just like to look around and see what other new things I've gotten in.
So can we get this? Luke, I am your father.
For the front door of the house, I really wanted some French doors that we could just open up to the outside when it's nice out.
Look at the beautiful glass in there. I love these. 8 foot tall. Transom. The transom actually
The
open.
transom would be great.
No, we're looking for a beam. Do you think you have something?
I think I do actually.
Like an old...
It's over 100 years old.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, let's
That
take
sounds
a look
like
at
exactly what we
Yeah,
need.
let's go look at the beam.
We need a beam that's going to reach across the breadth of the house on the east side.
Back here we have the beams. So these came
How
from
long
a
is that
barn
thing?
in
Goodness.
Franklin, Wisconsin. They're over 100 years old. This one here is 18 feet long.
Okay.
And this one here is 10 feet long.
Yep.
I believe you needed 26 feet.
Yeah. Gee,
I think this would be perfect for you.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what we're looking for. Yeah, we came to the right place as always.
Awesome.
We never leave this store without about twice as much as we came for. There's always new stuff there. Wow.
What do you think about using them like on the front patio?
There's always things that catch our eye on the way out that we just have to have. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
I don't know. What do you think? A keeper?
Yeah, let's get them.
Okay. I love it.
The ladder in the way.
Okay. I get it.
Back at the build site, Ryan and Melissa waste no time installing their new materials.
The first thing we want to do today is lay this gigantic beam that we got from this reclamation store, and it's heavy. It's gonna take all 5 of us here today to try to hoist this thing up. Okay. So we're ready to put that side up there now? Let's do it. Hold on. This is cut. I'm gonna sit with your head? Yeah. Dang.
I can't believe you guys just did that. Are you okay, Santos? Oh my God. That is a massive piece of wood.
All right, let's get to work on this front door.
They're not going to fit exactly, right? We need to cut them down to size?
Yeah,
Or...
we just need to cut 7 inches off bottom. Now that the walls are finally built, we can start focusing on some other parts of the project, like putting in doors. Careful, careful, because the doors are might swing.
Cool. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Man,
I love it.
That looks
Your
perfect.
framing was perfect.
Man.
This was a big milestone to take a step back and to see the front doors in and the windows in. You know, just taking a look at it today, I realized it's an incredibly unique house and just a lot of character, and we love the way it's coming together.
It looks like we can lay in the first sheets of corrugated metal roofing system. So I'm gonna try to start laying some sheets of metal. So we're going with a plain galvanized corrugated roof on the house. All right, we're just trying to get this first piece nice and square. A square? Okay. We got 22-foot sections. It's gonna be about 20 sheets. Man, we're this close to getting the roof all finalized. We can have this house dried in. We're getting through it. We're trying not to push ourselves too hard, but we got to get dried in. We got this rain coming tonight, 100% chance, so we're just in a race against time like always. And we got a big one brewing. We got this rain coming tonight, 100% chance.
Ryan and Melissa Runge are racing a storm to get dried in at their 2-bedroom, 1,000 square foot earth block home.
It's not looking good at this point. It's good, it's good. Where there's a will, there's a way, and we got this house dried in before this rain came. It's a huge milestone for us. We're feeling good, and we can start kind of working on the interior, and we're really excited to start working on this earthen floor.
With the house dried in, Ryan and Melissa move inside.
We got our earthen material here, same material we use to make our blocks. We got Tim White, who's the expert here in Texas on earthen floors. And Tim's here just using a wooden trowel to put it on nice and flat. This is the base coat. The base layer is just what it sounds like. It's just kind of a pad that's really gonna provide a good sound foundation for the top layer of earth.
And we're not trying to make it perfect.
We gotta get this base layer down because it's 3 inches thick and it's gonna take 2 weeks to dry. As you can see, it's just simple as mixing some mud and then just mashing this into place and troweling it down flat.
The entire inside of the house will have a dirt floor, which isn't as bad as it sounds. It's a lot of compressed layers of earth, and then it's sealed on the top, but it's completely natural, and we think it's gonna be a great design.
Perfect.
They get the 3-inch base layer of mud troweled onto the entire floor and switch gears into block lane mode one last time.
All right.
To connect 2 interior walls for the bathroom, Ryan and Melissa will build a block arch.
We got this basic form that we built.
They use a wood template to lay the blocks on to form the arch.
And they look really cool. It's just another really cool artistic thing you can do with compressed earth blocks.
There's a lot of thought that has to go behind making sure that we're spacing them correctly and that they're the right size.
And I got to get this arch done right because I obviously don't want this thing to fall on anybody. This is the last one. It's a big moment, a lot of work. And we were able to finally lay the last block on this house. It's the last one.
With the walls complete, Melissa and Tim work on a base coat of mud to cover the blocks.
All right, it's a cold February day. Big day of wall plastering. And it's kind of cold here today.
We're just doing the best we can with this freezing weather. Normally you don't need ski gear in San Antonio, Texas, but when you're putting earth plaster on and it's 32 degrees outside, you definitely need your ski mask. We're pretty tired, but we actually feel fairly accomplished.
Can you help me take this arch form out? The arch has had enough time to settle in and dry, and so we're ready to take this little wooden form out.
When Ryan put it in, he put some shims underneath it.
Oh yeah, that helps actually. Okay, now let it drop. Okay. This is like the leap of faith. Just stand under it and penitent man will pass. The penitent man. Okay.
Awesome. Oh, good job.
It didn't fall.
It didn't fall.
It actually didn't fall.
The light from the story windows can shine right through that arch and provide some natural light. So I think it's perfect.
The base layer of the earthen floor is now dry and ready for a second coat.
We're gonna trowel it again and just make the final layer of the floor. We have a lot of flooring to do still. We're pretty tired, but we're still on our timeline. We don't want to be getting too far off of our original schedule. Oh my gosh, it's Oxford. Stop. No.
Ryan and Melissa Runge are racing to finish their $50,000 two-bedroom earth block home before the hot Texas summer sets in.
We finished off the floor in the boys' room. It's Oxford, stop. No yummy snacks for you later.
Oxford, you're ruining everything.
I forgive you, your paws are clean. Oh, goodness. But the good thing is that it's a really workable material and I can just use the wooden trowel over it and just resettle in those areas that he walked on. At the end of the day, it still looks really great. You'll never know that he was even in there.
In the 12th week of the build, Ryan is finishing the floors and plastering the walls as Melissa is out on a work trip.
Man, I'm loving this so far. There's so much character.
Now he's ready to install the custom glass panels in the window frames.
The fun part of just putting in the glass. This weekend, we finally got all this double pane glass in that we ordered. It's time to put it in, but that's not going anywhere. Using reclaimed materials isn't always easy. It's been a lot of work, but you know, you're doing something good for the planet. You're saving a lot of money. All right, nice. Another nice fit. This is a huge step towards getting this thing weatherproofed and climate controlled. 16 down here, about 100 glass panels to go.
Next, Ryan will help install the 8-kilowatt solar power system.
So this is the big day. The solar panels have arrived. Oh, wow. You can see it start to come together. Let's do it. All right, yeah, let's get some panels up here. We get a lot of sunshine here in San Antonio. It was an obvious choice that we were gonna use solar power for all our energy needs. All right, these are gonna look really cool. There's a lot of solar panels that are gonna have to go up on this house. It ends up being 16 pretty big panels. Yes, sir.
Looking good? How you like it?
Yeah.
It's looking real nice.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're gonna be really excited to have all this solar power coming into the house. Last one. Now that they're up, I'm really liking how they look. They look really cool. It looks great.
Good, right?
It's great to have power out here, and I can't wait to show Melissa how it works when she gets here, and I think she's really going to be impressed.
Hey, you got the fan up. What?
We're on solar power.
That's awesome.
With temperatures on the rise, the pressure is on for Ryan to complete the water catchment system before the monsoon rains hit.
Man, that thing's big. Held a lot of water in there anyway. I got to dig down a couple feet, so I'm gonna go get the backhoe and start digging. We really actually have to bury this thing at least 3 feet. Obviously, it's got to be below the gutter level. We got our hole dug. All I got to do now is tamp this thing down and throw the water tank in. This is great. We're gonna be able to feed water off of that roof right into this barrel, 1,400 gallons worth. So that should give us enough water for at least a couple months. I can work on that gutter system Then after that, the next time it rains, we're catching water. I'm kind of heading up this rainwater harvesting system by myself. I've never put a gutter on before. It seems pretty simple on the outset. Just a few more pieces and then should be able to turn the corner, run that gutter and run a pipe into this big old tank and capture as much water as we can. Oh shoot. We don't get much rain here, but when we get it, it'll be a big old storm. We might get a drop. We just need to set the system up, get a big rain, and we'll be in business. And we got a big one brewing. There's been tornado warnings, so we're about to find out if this thing's gonna work. We got a big storm coming. They're predicting 3 to 5 inches of rain over the next couple hours. We got a couple inches of rain last night. A big storm came through, and I came to check to see how much water we had captured. I don't know how the water went around it and buoyed it up. This house isn't going to be livable without water, obviously. Kind of running out of time. Just one more setback.
Faced with a massive rainstorm, Ryan Runge was hoping to fill up his new water catchment system.
We got a couple inches of rain last night.
Instead, it's fallen over.
Water went around it and buoyed it up. Virtually no water went inside. And I've got a tank that I gotta get it back into place and this gutter system that I gotta set back up. I gotta adjust a couple brackets, get the water flowing in the right direction, make sure there's no water leaking out of that gutter on the side. I know what I need to do to get it going, and I'm gonna make those adjustments and get that water flowing into that tank.
After a quick fix to the gutter system,
These clouds are really swirling.
another storm rolls in.
Now it's really coming down. All right, this is it. We're about to find out. Water flowing down the gutters, flowing the right way. Now we got lots of water coming. Yeehaw! Magic moment. We are officially catching water. Awesome. Working on the water catchment and rounding the final turn on this solar power really tells us that we're getting to the end. I mean, I feel like we've been on the final push for a month now, but there's still a lot to do. All right, it's a big day. We are putting on our linseed oil coat on top of our earthen floor. All we do is we heat this oil to 240 degrees using a turkey fryer. Basically waterproofing the floor and hardening it. And then I just dip a roller in it and roll it on. That oil needs to kind of penetrate that earth and dry and bond with it. And luckily just had enough to be able to finish 2 coats.
With the mud floors sealed and the kitchen cabinets and counters installed,
Coming together. Awesome. Yeah.
Man.
the last major project to complete is the ceiling.
It's 1,000 square feet worth of this 120-year-old beadboard. I'm finding some square nails. It's possible that these were made before the 1880s.
But before the boards can be installed, they must be cleaned and painted.
All right, still working on painting these beadboard planks for our ceiling. I put Maxwell in charge of painting, and this is what has ensued. Well, these look good anyway. All right, yeah, we're putting up our reclaimed ceiling boards now. It's a little shaky at first, but now they're coming together pretty nice. We finished the ceiling.
¡Woo! ¡Míralo, míralo! ¡Solo, solo! ¡Míralo! ¡Ay!
It's the final stretch of the build, and Ryan and Melissa finish installing the remaining items.
Yes, sirree.
Okay.
It looks awesome.
Looks good right there. You look around this thing and there's like a story around every corner. So this is the transom window that came up This door, we didn't want to throw it away. It was so nice. I mean, it's like 120 years old from Amsterdam. All right, cool. It's dawned on me recently that what we got going here is just a 1,000 square foot arts and crafts project.
Yeah, I think that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's worked. It's working.
Yay!
Awesome.
That looks great.
It actually works.
I feel like even though it's a bit of a hodgepodge, it's actually starting to match in some form, and it's looking really fantastic.
Strong.
With construction complete, Ryan and Melissa are ready to move in.
It feels great to finally be done. The house looks great. It looks amazing.
Put it up against the wall and then bring the chairs out a little.
We got friends coming. We got some family coming. This is the big reveal.
Yeah.
Looks great. We're so excited to show the house off.
And it feels great to be done. There they are.
They are.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. What do you think? It's incredible.
Our friends Laramie and Todd, we're excited to show them. They haven't seen the house at all. They've probably never seen an earth block house in their lives. 9,500 earth blocks. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh, I can't
You want to see it? Okay, let's go. All right, come on in.
Come see the earth block palace.
Wow. What do you think?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
My favorite part of the finished house is the kitchen. I just like how it's open in there. So I think that's really beautiful.
And then we got that wood burning stove from Uncle Dick and these windows, old farm sink from Uncle Dick and the cabinets.
Pretty much the kitchen.
I mean, it's like a treasure trove of reclaimed materials. These ceiling boards came from the Riverwalk in downtown San Antonio. There were square nails in it, which tells us that they were at least from 1880. It's 130-year-old wood.
Do you want to go see the boys' room?
I would love to.
Okay.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, wow.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Look at their view.
Yeah, pretty nice, huh? Yeah.
And then all the cows and horses will come up, and then of course you can see all the wildflowers.
Wow. What about this closet?
This is just some reclaimed wood. It's big enough for the boys. It's enough for the boys.
I like it.
These are pictures of wildlife right here on the property.
What a great place to grow up.
Yeah.
Aw.
I think they
Yeah, they're gonna love it here. Come on in.
Oh, wow.
check it out.
I love it.
Yeah.
What a great bathroom. Oh, and what about this light fixture? That's incredible.
I love the turquoise so much. That's kind of the color thing we decided to go with.
I like the arch with the earth blocks.
Yeah.
All right, let's go show you the second bedroom.
windows too.
The kitchen opens up into the little living area here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Parents on one side, boys on the other.
Oh yeah, right.
These are pictures of our cows that we took. Little art gallery in the hallway.
Going through.
Yes, when you have a fire in here at night and you're sitting out on the porch, you can enjoy it. And then when it's time to go to bed, you can still enjoy the fire from the inside.
Oh, nice.
These old doors are from Amsterdam. The door was too tall for this section of the house, so we cut the transom off, and that's what that is. And so that's what the door looked like when we first bought it.
I like this wall.
Yeah. So this is reclaimed shiplap, probably 100-year-old wood.
Oh, I love this room.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cozy. It's amazing.
You like it?
I can't believe you guys did this.
Are you guys ready to build your own earth block house?
Yeah, we want to bring Ryan with us.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It feels great to finally be done. The house looks great. We got friends coming. We got some family coming. And a lot of the people who helped along the way. It's been our biggest joy. It's also been our biggest challenge. So we have been waiting for this moment for so long. It feels so good.
This was probably the biggest challenge for us as a family, our marriage. We've just worked so hard on this. Yay! And it feels great to be done. All right, everyone inside, the food's ready.
We went about a month over schedule. We were supposed to take 4 months. It ended up taking 5 months. You love steak that Mama made? The build itself Cost $50,000. We are right on budget, but this being the first house we built, it looks more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. It's energy efficient. We got a lot of help along the way from family members.
We just wanted everybody who really played a big part in this, so thanks for coming out so we could just show it off to you guys. That's a big part of having this house out here, is just sort of living off the land. Cool. All right.